some of the Tea Party folks that we've been telling you about throughout these last couple of years, looks like they're in a wee bit of trouble. And the polls are in, and they're not looking good for some Republicans. In New Hampshire, for example, Frank Guinta is in a bit of a tight race with Carol Shea Porter, the Democrat who he defeated last time around, 48-47. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Okay, so he might have a little trouble. And then Dan Lungren is actually not a new Tea Party guy, but he's a long-time Republican in California, having trouble with Democrat Ami Bera, 46-46. Uh-oh. All right, well, what's going on with these Republicans? I thought they were ascendant. I thought all the momentum was on their side. It doesn't look so. In fact, look at our old friend Alan West. In the latest poll, losing 48-47 to Patrick Murphy, the Democrat. Now, all these are within the margin of error, so it doesn't mean that the Republican or Democrat is going to win any of these races, but they are very, very close races, and it's possible the good deal of these Republican Tea Party guys are going to be ousted this time around, so we'll be watching those for you. And in fact, of course, great election night coverage on the Young Turks. Don't miss a minute of it from 7 p.m. Eastern to at least midnight Eastern. So we will keep track of those races for you, but I'm just getting to the fun part. There's a guy named Chip Cravaack. Well, he's losing to Rick Nolan in Minnesota, 48-44. He seems to be in a good deal of trouble, but here comes my favorite. You remember Joe Walsh, crazy Tea Party Joe Walsh? Well, he's up against Tammy Duckworth. Guess what? That would be your ass being handed to you, Joe. 54-40. That's a 14-point lead. That's an open-handed slap, boy. You're not going to recover from a 14-point lead in 8 days. You're down 14. That means we're going to see you later. What's that? He looking around the room? Oh, right, there's the door. Now, why are people in that district showing Joe Walsh the door? Perhaps because of comments like this.
They want the Hispanic vote. They want Hispanics to be dependent upon government, just like they got African Americans dependent upon government.
This pisses me off. Too many people don't listen.
There's no such exception as life of the mother. And as far as health of the mother, same thing.
Don't blame banks and don't blame the marketplace for the mess we're in right now. I am tired of hearing that crap. Pick this president up, pat him on the head, and say, son, son, son.
I love that last one. Son, 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 time for you to go. Joe Walsh, you talking about the president calling him son? Well, son, you're about to be out of work. Now, I do know one political pundit who got this one right. Well over a year ago, this legendary talk show host thought that this might happen. But Joe Walsh, clown of the earth, man. And he, again, he thinks on Medicare, you got to double down, you got to go harder at it. He's a first-termer. He's going to be one and out. I'd be really surprised if he survived that first term. The guy's he's a bull in a china shop. He has no idea what he's doing. Be surprised if he survived that first term, and it looks like he won't. What now, Joe? What now? All right. Like I told you, no one likes to admit their mistakes more than me, and no one likes to brag more than me. Okay, champion in both categories. See, there I go again.